Motivation and preparation led to a new sensation, new creation. That's what you're facing. Now watch my elevation.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Tank announces that he's staying with Mayweather Promotions. This is after he announced that he was leaving Mayweather Promotions. So we're going to take a look and discuss the sudden change of heart. All right, first we're going to take a look at him saying he's leaving Mayweather Promotions. Now, this video was posted on May 23rd, 2022. And this is on this is with Brian Custer. Listen.
Time come, got to ask you this, has the time come for Tank Davis to take control of his own career and leave Mayweather Promotions?
It don't necessarily have to be leave Mayweather Promotions. It's about just becoming that man, handle your own responsibility, your own priority. So I feel as though it's my career, so I feel as though I need to be the one to control my career. You know what I mean? So and it's time. You know what I mean? Everybody don't need to, have them training wheels on them forever. You know what I mean? It's time to, ride their own bike without training wheels.
So this is your last fight with Mayweather Promotions?
Yes, sir.
So you heard it clear as day. The question was asked by Brian Custer, is this your last fight with Mayweather Promotions? And he said, yes, sir. Well, after the fight last night, during the post-fight press conference, this is what Gervonta Davis said when he was with Leonard Ellaby.
Thank you. Right?
I know you said that, Rolly.
Thank you. Right? Say it one more time.
Hey, Tank, I know you said that Rolly done awkward stuff. He's not awkward, he just does dumb shit. Do you still stand by that?
Nah, he was doing a little. He was like that. Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that at the end. They asked him, you still think Rolly's a dumb fighter or whatever? And he said, nah, he was doing a little something. That's why I said I'll let it play just to show that. But you heard him say he's leaving Mayweather Promotions on May 23rd. And then after his fight with Rolly Romero, you saw him smiling, saying like, oh, I'm with Mayweather Promotions still. So, G, what's your reaction to that?
I mean, low-key, I'm kind of like a little bothered by it, but I understand, man. I was hoping he was just going to go exclusively to Al. You know what I mean? Because then I kind of feel like if he went just to Al and he was, how he said he was now in charge of his career and he's going to empty the clip, we're going to see Tank in some big fights. But now he's saying he's going to stay with Mayweather Promotions, which is still smart because, again, Mayweather Promotions is getting this dude the bag. So I can't get mad at that per se, but I just feel like, are we really going to see Tank in these big fights now? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when TC re-signed to Top Rank. It's just like, you know what I mean? So, hey, man, I'm not going to hate on Tank for getting the money, man, but at least talk. And you know what? I think what it is maybe Tank and Floyd really do have like bad blood, right? But Tank could just work exclusively just with Leonard Ellaby, right? Just those two work together to create these pay-per-views and everything, and these these gates and stuff where Tank's making big money. So I think maybe that could be the relationship. But I still think, man, Tank, just please, man, try to get the top dogs at 135 if you can. I would love to see this. Honestly, I think what will be ideal for Tank is Tank versus Lomanchenko. I know y'all probably think this is crazy, but walk with me.
Yo, yeah, out of your mind.
Hear me out. Lomanchenko right now could be a huge pay-per-view star right now. Could be huge. The whole Ukraine thing and everything. It's going to be easy to promote Lomanchenko right now. And Tank, he has a chance only because they both similar in size. Now, Lomachenko has better footwork. Yeah. But I'm just saying, out of all the guys that you could think of in the top 135, I think the safest fight for him is Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like Lomachenko and Devin, but I think Devin would just beat him because of size alone.
You think Lomachenko and Devin are the safest fights for Tank?
There's nothing safe about Lomachenko. There's nothing safe about him.
I'm talking about damage-wise. Like, if he's going to lose, right? Oh, hopefully he doesn't lose. But what I'm saying is, damage-wise, I think those two guys are the safest bet for Tank for longevity.
The safest bet for Tank is Richard Comey, and even then he might still
But
lose
Richard
that
Comey
fight.
is like a nobody. I'm talking about the top dogs. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
nobody. He's
out of all the top dogs in the division.
but Richard Comey would be his best
Comey's on
fight.
the same level as Linares, bro. Like these guys are like they're up there, but they're not up there. I'm talking about the top dog out of all
You
the
act
top
like Tank has fought Linares.
walk with me, man. I'm talking.
Linares would be a good fight for Tank right now, even in his done state.
Listen, there's no way Tank versus Richard Comey is going to be a pay-per-view match. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening.
We just saw Tank versus Rolly.
Thank you.
But Rolly's different from Comey, bro. Like nobody knows Comey.
Comey's a former champion.
Nobody knows. Yo, stop this, yo. Y'all, cap, man. Come on, son.
You capping.
He's not a
for
star.
Lomachenko with
Comey's
Tank.
not a star.
Stop it.
I'm telling you.
You started this cap, G.
No. Comey's not a star. So it's not happening. We're going to need somebody. And usually what it is, but this is the Mayweather formula, is either a Mexican, you know what I'm saying? And I think Tank kind of ran through all the top Mexicans right now, 135. He's going to have to talk. He's going to, with the exception of Ryan.
He didn't. No, he didn't.
The exception of Ryan Garcia.
Jojo Diaz.
You know what?
He won't take that fight. Too dangerous. Yeah. It's too dangerous.
So I'm just saying, like, Tank got options. I'm just saying, what's the option where if you're gonna lose, you can still easily bounce back from? You know what I mean? I don't know, and I love Devin Haney, y'all. You know, I've been singing his praises, but again, we're talking about star power. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna get that. Hopefully, he inherits that after he beats Kambosos. But if not, But Lomanchenko, though, regardless of Lomachenko's a winner or a loser, like he's a star. You know what I mean? And if Tank could beat Lomanchenko, you know, first just getting that fight was going to be a huge pay-per-view payday for both gentlemen, right? And then if he wins, bro, that's just humongous, man, for Tank and for Floyd. So these are the type of fights I think I would love for them to negotiate.
When I talk,
but that's what I'm hoping to see, anyways. Go ahead.
Bro, Tank's next fight, if he's is gonna be like Oscar Valdez, but it's Mayweather Promotions. Listen, I guarantee you, and I hope I'm wrong. He won't go nowhere near Lomachenko, bro. Lomachenko's the one that made him break out in hives when Gilly mentioned him, bro. You out of your mind. He don't even want to be on the same sidewalk as Lomachenko. If Lomachenko was walking on the sidewalk and remember, Floyd wanted him to fight Lomachenko and he cried like a baby about it.
Every time y'all mention Lomachenko's name, this is what I'm going to do.
Like the hyenas when they heard Mufasa's name. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yo, it's a great matchup. Like, size-wise and everything, it is a great matchup, and you do have a good chance of winning. So you should take that fight.
You think that Tank has a good chance of beating Lomachenko?
Yo, walk with me.
What
out of all the options, no. Listen to what I'm saying. Maybe I'm not saying it clearly. Out of all the options that he has, right? What's the probability of success for Tank? I think he has a high probability against Lomanchenko versus any of these other guys, or maybe even
Ryan Garcia.
Experience. Ryan and Lomachenko, he probably has the highest probability of success. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't think he's gonna get the Ryan fight because Oscar De La Hoya is kind of funny, just like Floyd's kind of funny when it comes to promotion. You know what I mean? So, but Loma, I think Bob will make that fight ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Bob will like, yo, let's do it. So that's what I'm saying. I think it'll be a great fight. You have a good chance. Even if you lose, it's not like Lomachenko's gonna like violate you where you're gonna have like lasting damage. If let's say Loma does knock you out, it'll be most likely like a TKO. It's gonna be over. You're gonna bounce back easy. Hey, you took a loss, but you lost to Lomachenko, so nobody's really gonna hold it against them. You know what I'm saying?
If Loma is at his peak, remember they used to call him Lomanchenko. He embarrassed guys.
Yeah,
Some guys stopped fighting. They stopped fighting after fighting him. They literally just gave up on the sport. It could be that. That's the worst than getting knocked out. That's just like I give up. I can't even do nothing.
Facts. But I'm just hoping that I'm just saying, probability wise, out of all these guys that you were mentioning, that's the best chance that Tank has at the top dogs. That me personally, I think the rest of these guys are just gonna beat them too easy. So that's why I'm like, man, it's either Lomanchenko or Ryan. Those are the two options that he got that he can actually beat these guys. The rest of them, I think they're just gonna beat him. So, but and I know how Floyd thinks, and so that's why I'm like, the fact that Floyd was like trying to make that fight tells me Floyd really did think that, hey, you do have a good chance of beating Lomachenko. You should take that fight. Size wise, reach wise. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good matchup for you as opposed to these guys that are like a couple inches longer than you, this, that, and the third. It's going to be hard for you, especially the guys like a Devin Haney or Shakur who are just more athletically gifted and sound defensively. It's going to be real tough for you, Tank. So that's pretty much what I'm saying is my nervousness is coming from him staying with Mayweather Promotions because that just means they're going to protect him, and I don't really want to see him be too protected. I want to see him take some chances, take some gambles, and I think even with a loss to Lomachenko won't hurt him as much because everyone knows Lomachenko's that dude. So if he loses to Lomachenko, he could easily bounce back. But if he loses to a Devin Haney or somebody like that, it's going to hurt him. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying.
Dog Bill?
Where else is he going to go and get paid like he's paying for fighting the opposition that he's fighting? Sounds like we heard this story before. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Pitbull and Tink 2. No, to be honest with you. Oh, they said that's how they're going to build it up. Oh, they said he gave me a tough time the first time. They said that this was his toughest fight. Boom, 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 boom.
This one judge scored it. This one person scored it for Cruz.
Yeah. So that I can see that happening.
Man, I hate boxing politics.
I can see that fight happening next. Man, it was nowhere I could see him going to Al because I don't think Al would do that to Floyd. Business is business, but Al came up off of Floyd. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he would do that to him. So I think Al probably suggested that he stay with Floyd and, he's going to help out. You know what I'm saying? A little more. When I seen this, that he was going to stay, I already thought, like, where was he going to go? Where is he going to go? Floyd take care of him. Floyd made him a superstar while talking about himself. So, that's all I can say about that, man. I'm not surprised at all.
All right, I'm going to turn it over to Complex.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the best decision he can make is to stay with Mayweather Promotions. Like, let's not be silly here. You guys do good business together. Leonard Ellerbe doesn't get a lot of credit. Leonard Ellerbe is probably one of the best boxing minds in terms of behind the scenes in the whole business. The man knows how to put on big events. He's been behind Floyd his whole career, helped shape him and help him become the star he is, and he's doing the same thing with Tank. It would be stupid. Like, this is the thing. Tank, they did too good a job with Tank. They really made Tank believe he was that guy. Like, they set Tank up as like, Tank, you are that guy, man. Like, we set you up. But Tank is believing, like, oh yeah, I am that guy, right? So much so that he's like, I can do this on my own. No, you can't, right? And you will find out soon if you try to do it on your own. It's way different. It's way different beast. The fact that you got Mayweather attached to your name, the fact that you got they're doing countdown shows on you on Showtime, the All Access, you know what I'm saying? You get that kind of work because Floyd's gonna make a cameo, you know what I mean? The fact that their press conference, Floyd is gonna show up and talk and he's gonna make headlines. That all works to your benefit. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. I know you want to feel like you're the man, you're doing it on your own, but in reality, this is the best situation for you. They're setting you up the right way. Right now, you've got the biggest name in sport. You're selling out arenas in Atlanta, Baltimore, and Brooklyn. There's no other boxer really doing that right now, right? And that's all off the strength of Mayweather Promotions. It's not the competition. It's not like he's fighting these names and, but it feels like it because they're promoting you the right way. This is the best promotion you're going to get. So stick with the winning team, right? I don't see the need why you would need to leave. I don't know if the money is not whatever you feel like you want to get more money. They're putting you in the best position to win in terms of fights. The best fight is Ryan Garcia. That's going to be a blockbuster pay-per-view if you can get it, if you can set it up. But apart from that, you guys are winning every fight. They could put you in against whatever lightweight, and they're going to sell it the right way. I mean, look at no. This is no disrespect to Tank, but look at the way he was talking, even with Brian Custer. He doesn't. He's not eloquent. He's not. He kind of mumbles when he talks. He's not. He can't. He's not. Doesn't have like the sugar Ray Leonard.
You trying to bait me to do it?
Nah, don't do it. That's what I'm telling you.
Trying to bait me to do it.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He was baiting you. I know you tricks, G.
Some guys are automatic on the mic, like Sugar Ray Leonard. You can sell anything. He's clean cut, good looking guy, all that. Tank doesn't have the same power. Floyd can get on the mic after any time running after 12 miles. He get on the mic and cut an ill promo. It doesn't matter. He can do it automatically. Tank doesn't have that. So there's a difference when you're selling a fight. You need to. He can't do that on your own. You need the help of that team. So don't leave them, and now you're gonna be out in the wilderness alone. And you got to start picking the right opponents.
You needed Rolly.
Rolly's with Mayweather. They set you up that, you know what I'm saying?
You needed Rolly to sell that fight.
Rolly sold the fight.
The thing was boring. Did 3,000 doing the same stupid pad work as everybody else.
I was savage today, man.
Tank, stay with the winning team.
All right, TVE.
Tank saying he's still with Mayweather Promotions. It's still everything. Like the moment was just seemed like it was rushed. I don't know. Like I don't know what the feelings of the things are. Like I think he has to sleep on it. Give him a couple of days. It's a 3-day weekend, and probably Tuesday we'll hear. Or by Friday we'll know his final decision. But. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't take that much take what he just said there for much.
So you saying he's gonna switch again, Ned?
Yeah, he's gonna switch again. I feel like when he see the dollar sign, because Eddie did say he's gonna pursue Tank aggressively if he becomes a free man, and
you're right.
Money talk. You get a Canelo deal or something near that. If he gets a Canelo deal or something of that extent, I don't know
if Tank gets a Canelo deal,
something near it, like even if not even like
something near a Canelo deal.
He was just doing his Suge Knight. If you want to come to Death Row, you don't want to see the promoter all in the video, all in your press conference. Come to the zone.
Eddie is Diddy. He need to go to Bob. Bob is Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Bob ain't got
Eddie
it.
be all in the video too.
Eddie be all the video
and everything. Bob ain't got it. Bob proves he doesn't have it. So, like he might look at that.
Bob's a star maker, yo.
That's what I'm saying, yo. That you crazy, bro.
He might look at the dollar signs across the pond and be like,
yo, everybody who believes in TC, that's Bob Productions right there. That's a Bob Aaron Productions. Everyone's screaming out.
Everybody knows that.
Bob's a star maker, bro.
That's what he
remember.
Means.
TC been fighting for years. Nobody said anything about TC till Bob put that media
he's
machine
a star.
behind him.
He's a star maker, just not a star.
And Bob said there was smoke. That's fired.
That's true too. Even Andy Ruiz
burning money over there. They're not making money. They burning money over there at Top Rank. So he gonna listen to the offers. I know he said what he said he said it in a moment, but when it's time, when all the dust settles, he's gonna reflect and he's gonna see what's going on, what's his opportunities out there, and he's gonna review his options. And at the end of the day, Tank, you choosing the best option for yourself I applaud you on that, because at the end of the day, it's longevity, it's your career, it's your livelihood, it's what you want. You want what's best for you down the road, 5-10 years from now, where you be like, I made the right decision. So shout out Tank, whatever you choose to do. If you stay with Mayweather, I applaud you. If you move on, I applaud you. At the end of the day, it's your choice.
Yo, here's the deal, man. I believe he's going to stay with Mayweather Promotions because he won't survive anywhere else. Eddie Hearn is the dude who, like I said this before, his matchmakers are terrible. And people
Right.
say, oh, well, he don't got matchmakers. If he don't got matchmakers, he needs some. He need to holler at us. Because all he does is get the best stars and put them in fights that they lose. Mikey Garcia, comeback fight, puts him in with a guy, loses. Anthony Joshua, opponent pulls out, opponent tests positive, puts him in with a guy who he loses to. Never should have been in a ring with anyone he could potentially lose to.
Teofimo Lopez.
Teofimo Lopez. What we got? What's the? There's another one recently.
Canelo.
Canelo. Dillian.
Oh, yeah, dealing with Povetkin.
Yeah, Dillian with Povetkin. Like, my man, like, he's horrible. Like, I'm saying, like, I like Eddie Hearn. He's a nice guy. But, yo, Eddie is bad at saying to people, don't take that fight. Take this fight. Don't take that fight. Take this fight. People say, oh, well, there's people testing themselves. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Eddie needs some subs.
Dillian White wasn't testing himself against Povetkin. Povetkin wasn't some killer who everybody was like, oh, man, he got to take this fight now. Nah, Povetkin was on the downslide. He was supposed to cook him. But props to Eddie. He finally smartened up. He realized, like, oh, yeah, this Otto Wallin fight may be too dangerous for Dillian White. Let's get him the hell out of that fight and let him go straight to Tyson Fury. Because remember, he was supposed to fight Otto Wallin before Tyson Fury. But finally it kicked into Eddie's head, like, looked at his matchmakers and said, Wallin might box his head off. Fake an injury. And then he was, nah, but for real, I like Eddie, but my biggest knock against Eddie is his matchmaking. Terry Harper was coming off of a layoff and injury. He throws her in with Alicia Baumgartner. Do you even know who she is? Have you ever seen a workout video from her? When I watch Andy Ruiz, G, you know this too. When I watched Andy Ruiz open workout and I saw his hand speed and how he was looking,
Yeah, it was crazy.
I remember we were watching it together. We were like, yo, I really wouldn't take this fight, dog. Like, yo, I know how he looks, but look at how he looks. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like, yo, Eddie sometimes his matchmaking is horrible. So Tank.
Eddie's all about the subs, bro. He's like,
Yeah.
yo, this fight right here gonna get us more subscribers. Yo, let's make that fight. He don't care about these fighters like that. You know?
So Tank, good luck with Eddie. If you do go to Eddie, good luck with him. But odds are you're gonna lose a fight. He sold you on that you can win. You know what I mean? Terry Harper, Dillian White, Canelo moving up the fight. Bivol, he didn't even need to do it.
Oh yeah, that was another one too. Damn,
Because that's just the route he told him.
It's crazy. Yo.
Look at the PBC option now. Was that not better? $55 million to fight Earl Spence. I favor Canelo in that fight. Then after that, you fight Charlo and get some more bread, which looked like the better deal now. What Eddie told him to do, or the PBC route. The PBC route would have got him more pay-per-view buys, would have made him more bread, would have been more entertaining, and he had a better chance of winning those fights. You see, but Eddie was doing what Eddie sometimes, and I like Eddie. I really do like Eddie, but somebody got to call Eddie out. His matchmaking is horrible. Getting back to PBC. PBC isn't necessarily making their top guys fight each other. PBC got the 168-pound division on Smash, and them dudes are yet to fight each other. Because they were all trying to get a piece of the cash cow Canelo. They all sold their belts to Canelo from PBC. They won't fight each other, though. So I'm not necessarily sure that Al Heyman's going to get the job done either. When you talk about Mayweather Promotions, Mayweather is doing a hell of a thing. He made something out of nothing. Remember, Gervonta Davis is the dude who Adrian Broner brought to him. And said, this is my dude. And Floyd saw something in him. But like you said, Complex, there's really nothing special about Tank like that. Like Tank, he can't sell the fight. He's not going to talk the fight up. He can't do that. I'm starting to realize all the times when Floyd was talking about himself, it was because there was really no magnificent accomplishment to talk about with Tank. Tank's not fighting the best. Tank ain't win no gold medal. Tank ain't win no, he ain't win no major titles. Yeah. He's not doing what Floyd did. Yo, and the funny thing is that he gets mad at Floyd. Bro, do you know, like, you couldn't hold Floyd's jock strap. You can't hold a candle to Floyd. What Floyd was doing when he was your age. What Floyd was doing. Talent-wise. Gervonta Davis is a gimmick. And they got to keep selling that gimmick. And that gimmick only works because you got to understand this now. Floyd understands his market. Floyd understands his people. Floyd understands the type of showcase that the people who he puts on Gervonta Tank Davis fights want. Gervonta Tank Davis is a product of Floyd reaching out to his base and saying, if you love me, love him. Period. Everything he got is on a Floyd Mayweather cosign. You leave Floyd, you think that Eddie's going to have an idea of how to get you in these arenas and have Michael Strahan and everyone coming out? Even if you leave him now and that happens, it's because Floyd co-signed you. It's like Drake said in that song, I think it's Say When. He said, how you with a manager you got after you got the win. You know what I'm saying? You got the win, and then you chose to get a new manager. Of course, after you get the win, people want to ride with you, but what about the people who saw potential in you when you had nothing?
I remember when Snoop, Tank was already champion. And Snoop, first time in meeting Tank, you know what I'm saying? Floyd was introducing him. He said, this is my young gun right here. He was like, yeah, he's going to be champion soon. He's like, no, he's already champion. Snoop didn't even know who he was. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, since you say he's the new young gun, then he must be the young gun. So you
That's just how it is.
It's how it is.
The Floyd cosign goes a long way. He co-signed you. But what's going to happen if Gervonta leaves is because you know, people like to think, right? Like, you're so exceptional. Like, it's everyone's you're so exceptional, right? Let's look at like a relationship, right? You've been with a woman and, you know, you think like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna leave, and then you're so exceptional, and she never gonna find anyone else. That her life's gonna just end, and when you leave, she's just gonna be so, you know, she's gonna be so troubled, and she's never gonna be able to see another day. And then 2 years later, you see, and she's happier than she was with you, with someone else. And what does it do to your ego? You're sitting there saying, oh my God, right? Because you think that you overrate your importance. It's the same thing with Gervonta Davis. Like, Gervonta thinks that, like, if he leaves Mayweather Promotions, he sees it like he's gonna go do whatever. Nah, bro, because you ain't it, Gervonta. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. But I think Vasily will beat you silly. And I hear G saying that I think Vasily will make Gervonta quit. Yep. He will make Gervonta quit. And if he doesn't make Gervonta quit, you're just going to see him sitting there just in disbelief. Vasily is so good. I've seen corners try to give that speech, you know, that rah-rah speech, like, we're firemen, like your boy Teddy Atlas. Nah, but that rah-rah speech, like, you can get in there, get in them. You know, like how Verge gave Andre Ward when he went down. Leonard got up, Hearns got up, Hagler got up, you got up. Finish him. That won't work. That doesn't work with Vasily. When they be saying those things of Vasily, they just be to the opponents of Vasily, like, you can get him, you can do whatever. They be like, nah, man.
Yo, was telling the X-Men, you got this. You got it. You got to get inside. X-Men just got up and walked right across.
Bro, that stuff don't work. They know.
Forget what you saying. Hey, you got a good fight. Good fight.
They did a Rigondeaux just gave up. I can't beat this dude, son.
Yo, they just know, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, I've never really seen that with certain fighters. And even in that Teofimo Lopez fight, to me, like I said, it was on the money and it was on the table in the 12th round. And shout out to Teo, he won that 12th round. But yo, Vasily was coming on, and I think it was his daddy who pissed Vasily off. Like, he was young, it's a blowout. And then after that, Vasily just started whooping that ass. Like, I'm telling you right now, if they do that fight again, though, Vasily gonna beat him from the beginning. And he ain't Vasily was too cocky in that fight.
Yo,
this
is a real talk question. If Tank loses to to Lomachenko versus if Tank loses to Ryan Garcia, which one do you think he could bounce back from? He could bounce back from a Loma loss.
He can't, he'll bounce back, but it won't. He'll never be the same with an L, bro. He'll never be the same.
I don't think he'll definitely not be the same with an L from Ryan Garcia, though. You know what I'm saying? That's I don't know.
I think he can bounce back from Ryan. I think Orion's not on the level of Lomachenko. Lomachenko is like abilities is insane at this moment. Like, and Lomachenko probably embarrassed Tank.
Like, I get what G's saying. Who out of all those guys, who would you rather lose to? And it'll be acceptable.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody know how great Loma is.
But the thing is, if he loses to Ryan, right? He has a better chance of winning a rematch with Ryan than he does winning a rematch with Lomachenko.
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about if he was to lose.
Right. I would. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather lose.
Look, people would be like, "Oh, you lost to little Ryan. You never.
You was never that good.
You lost to the great Lomachenko.
A dude that don't even want to box.
Anything about you losing to Lomachenko.
That's what I'm saying.
First off,
it's not going to be no backlash of you losing to Lomachenko.
Thank you, Tripp. That's what I've been trying to say.
It's where you go from there. It's where you go from there. Because when anybody can take a loss. Let's say he goes in and Ryan somehow catches him with the left hook coming in. Fine, you lost. But then you're going to have the rematch where you can win and come back even bigger. If he loses to Lomachenko, the way Lomachenko could beat him, there is no coming back because you're never going to fight him again. You're never going to be able to beat him because he's going to outclass you. Ryan and Tank are a little bit closer in class. First of all, I don't think Ryan beats him. But even if Ryan does happen to beat him, I think I'd rather lose that way because that's going to create a storyline. Ryan's a big star. Let
me ask you.
Lomachenko's going to completely outclass you.
I got a question for you. Your honest answer right now. Right now. You hear me? Who's going to win in the rematch? Anthony Joshua or Usyk? Answer the question because I'm using the same logic. Go ahead.
I think.
Oh, all right.
No, I think I don't want to be disrespectful to Anthony Joshua. I do think Usyk wins, but I think Anthony Joshua, I give him a chance because I'm hoping that Anthony Joshua will learn and will come back.
Yeah. Okay, next.
I don't know where that came from. I don't know. Like,
I know the reason.
Say this. How about this, G? Here's my issue with your logic. You're picking a fight for Tank based on who you think it's more appropriate to lose to, and that's not how you select a fight. You select a fight by who do you think he has the best chance to beat, and the answer to me is undoubtedly Ryan Garcia. Right. So that's why you pick Ryan Garcia.
I gotta look at it from a risk versus reward. Yeah, he could possibly win, but he could possibly lose to Ryan. So if he loses to Ryan, what does that do to Tank's career?
He lose any fight. He could have lost to Rolly last night.
No, but the difference, which is true, but there was a greater chance of him winning. The probability of victory was so great for him. It's like it's worth
better to fight the lower the probability, bro. But I'm saying, here's what I'm saying to you, bro. Like being 100%, his only chance of beating Vasily Lomachenko to me is a puncher's chance. Why would I want to put him in that fight when I think he has a greater chance of beating Ryan Garcia? To me, that fight's like 50-50, 60-40, one way or the other.
No, listen, I'm all for the Ryan Garcia fight.
He's agreeing, but G was just saying.
I understand if he loses.
What would be a better loss?
Thank you. That's
obviously Lomachenko's a better loss.
That's why. If I was,
but what I'm saying is like we're acting
I would rather have him fight Loma.
He agrees with everything that you're saying, bro. He agrees with everything. He's just saying that Loma will be a better loss on the record.
Exactly.
But why would you want a loss with him?
But why would you want?
No. It's saying like, he's gonna listen. The level now that he's in, there's a high chance he's gonna lose. So it's like, who do you want to lose to? You want to lose to a Ryan? You want to lose to a Devin? You want to lose to a Shakur? Or you want to lose to a Loma?
But there's one of those guys he has a good chance of beating, and that is Ryan to me. So that's the one you should fight. Like, you don't. Here's my thing. I'm not sold on Gervonta. I'm not one of those people who ride on Gervonta. Like, I think Gervonta's entertaining. People like the knockout, but I'm tired of seeing him pick these opponents who we all know in the end he's going to beat them. Like, Gervonta Davis fight's one of the easiest to predict. Like, there are people really happy that they predicted this fight correctly. Like, and I'm to the point where I'm rooting for something I know I'm not going to get. So I'm actually rooting for Rolly to make this an interesting fight, and I'm actually deviating from what I know is going to happen to pick Rolly.
Yo, I
Because
just realized I just noticed your shirt too. You got the purple.
because I'm trying to like entertain myself. I'm trying to convince myself Rolly has a better chance than he really does, because that's how much mismatch. That's the mismatches that Tank's getting in, right? But what I'm saying to you is this: I don't necessarily want to see Tank step up just to see him get beat either. I want to see him in a good competitive fight. And putting him in there with Lomachenko to me is the equivalent of what they did to Rolly last night. Tank is good. Tank is talented. Boxing IQ, no way on the level as Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko would push him off the stage. You know what I'm saying? Vasily Lomachenko would really set him up. Like, really set him up and make him look bad. I just think the best fight for him, and money-wise, is Ryan. I think that's the money fight. That's the best chance of him to win. That's the big money fight. If he loses to Ryan, hey, man, it is what it is. Maybe they could even get a rematch popping, and depending on how it goes. But to me, if you put him in there with Vasily, Vasily's going to make that boy quit. Vasily's going to make him question his existence in boxing, bro. Like, that's what Vasily does to these dudes. Like, Vasily makes these dudes go home like, yo, I was never good. Yo, everything I ever did was a lie. Yo,
my whole world is a lie. Everything.
Yo, they're never the same after Vasily.
Turn Axeman to butter knife. You know what I'm saying?
I'm done.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. That was a good one. We the Boxing Bro.
The butter knife Walters.